Hey guys, welcome back to another new video. So in this video, we are going to explore Samsung Galaxy S3, a flagship device of Samsung, which came out in 2012. So I have a lot of memories with this device, particularly because my friend used to use one of this device, and because of that actually. So this device was a flagship device from Samsung, and it was a quite good device back then. But what about 2023? Does it make sense buying this kind of device? So I got mine for $5 only because it has few problems. So first of all, if you go with the specs, there were two variant of this device actually. One of them came with Exynos processor and one of them is Snapdragon processor. The Exynos processor has quad core and also 1 gig of RAM, and Snapdragon device has a dual core processor with 2 gig of RAM. I don't know why is that. And also there are storage variant too, like 16, 32 or 64 gig variant. Mine one is Exynos variant, 1 gig of RAM and 16 gig of storage. So, and if you go with the specs, other things like it has a really good AMOLED panel, 720 by 1280, 4.8-inch, and also has Corning Gorilla Glass protection, so it's good. And we have a home button here in front. We have a sensors, and also it has a really good light sensor, which I really like. And also we have 2 megapixel front camera, which was garbage back then, and it is a garbage today's too. So nothing nothing to say about that. So in the right hand side, as you can see, the buttons are broken on mine one. That's why I was saying that it has few issues. Back we have our speaker, 8 megapixel, excellent camera for back then, and we have a flash and our volume rockers, which is also broken. And on top we have 3.5 headphone jack, and on bottom we have our micro USB port to charge the device or for connectivity. So the device, as you can see, it's working just fine. And as you can see, it's really nostalgic actually using this, because although I haven't used particularly this device, but I used to use Samsung devices which were running on same UI, which is TouchWiz. And TouchWiz is actually feature rich UI, but it was really garbage UI, and it's one of the like slowest UI, even for back then actually. Not, I'm not talking about today, even back then also it was really bad. But one UI is really great. One UI, even I personally like one UI because it is offering a lot of things. And TouchWiz is also really was great actually back then, but it is not really good one. So going with the UI, there is nothing much going on. TouchWiz, if you have used one of the Samsung device, you really know what's going on with that. But it has a lot of unique feature, for particularly for Samsung S series devices, which were flagship devices, and I will talk about that too. So in the notification panel, as you can see, it's almost same for all the devices released back then 2012, which were running on Android 4.1 or 4.0 sandwich. And this device actually released with 4.0.4 Ice Age sandwich, and it was updated to 4.1 Jellybean. So it got only one major update back then, nothing else. So app section, we have few applications, as you can see here. A lot of them actually garbage. And but I do know Samsung used to put a lot of garbage with their UI, as you can see here, a lot of them. But it is snappy, it's still snappy. Because I haven't installed anything here, I didn't try anything else. I did try phone call and other things so that I can tell you that it's working or not. Rather than that, I did not use that much. And 4.1 actually does not support most of the latest application, so it doesn't make sense. But one of the good thing of Samsung S3 is that you can still update it to Android 12 using custom ROM. And in future I will make some videos about custom ROM for Samsung S3, and I have already downloaded actually few of them, but I will try it after making this video. So if we go with this UI, so as you can see, we have a lot of things going on, a lot of apps which, or most of them actually not usable anymore, but they are there. So if you go to setting now, talking about the features, there are a lot of things which are going on in this. So first of all, Wi-Fi does support dual band Wi-Fi, so 5 gigahertz band supported, and also it is a 3G device, not 4G. Maybe Snapdragon variant does support 4G. I don't really know about that. Then also it has an FC and S-Beam. So the S-Beam feature actually is kind of very similar to what today Apple showing off with their phones, like transferring the data from each phone to other phone, just connecting the device. Those things, it was available in 2012 in Samsung S3. You have to just tap with two devices and you can transfer your contact, your like almost photos, videos, everything, just almost immediately, like your like your Apple devices, which supported in iOS 17 maybe. And also you can share data in nearby devices, which is included in Google like with stock ROM and other ROMs nearby share. And also you getting a screen mirroring. Rather than that, there are also a lot of features, like if you go to the lock screen section, there are like face unlock and other things are available on this device. And also use other things like set wake up comment, so you can use your voice to wake up the device. Those things are available. And if you go back, if you go to the display section, there are few more things going on. The brightness, it does support auto brightness and other things. Also in font style, you can choose font in Samsung devices. And there are few fonts, and also you can download from their store. And auto adjust skin tone, which is similar to True Tone. And also if you go to LED indicator, which is for our notification LED, I have turned off that because it was um, the battery on this particular device right now is not really great. So most of the time I'm getting messages from the carrier, so it was blinking always, and the battery is going down, so I turned it off. And going back, there are few more things: blocking mode, power saving mode. I mean, still using power saving mode. And we have motion, so you can turn on the motion. For there are a lot of settings, as you can see. These devices are, you cannot finish exploring the device actually. For 2012 device, actually that's a lot. And also we have voice control, which is not great actually, even back then too. Also you have a smart screen, so this feature is also available in this device. Like it can uh, if you are not using, like watching in the viewing the display, it will turn off the screen automatically if you are not looking at the display. So maybe if I don't look my on my display, it will turn off the display automatically. I don't really know how it is work. It does work though, but I'm not using right now. And going with account, yeah, you can log into your cloud account, or you can add your Google account too. And few more things like application manager, battery, storage, and other things. So in the about section, we can check. So it's running on Android 4.3, which is a Jelly Bean. So Android Jelly Bean. And as I said, custom ROMs are available for this device. There are a lot of them. And let's go check out the camera. So as I said, I have a lot of experience, like memories with this device, because of my few of my friends were using this device and they used to hate this device because of the UI. The UI sucks, but they always praise the camera and the display of this device, because the camera were great actually for back then. So if we go to camera section, the camera UI is not really great, as you can see, but it has a lot of things going on. So if you go to the filter section maybe, so okay, we have a lot of things going on, like as you can see. If you go shooting mode, we have single shot, best photo, best face, sound shot, face detection, panorama, share shot, HDR, so body photos, a lot of things going on, which the UI is not really great, but the features are there actually, a lot of them. And the camera did take actually good photos, and the flash here actually very strong one. So I did take some photos and videos with this device, which I will show you here and there. And going with the display, as you can see, the display is still good. Samsung's display, that like older displays are actually really great. They are like, I don't have any burning on this display actually, but today's device burns very easily. I think it's because they are making display very thin because of that. But this display is still great, there is no issue with that. And in today's, like, you can use this device, but not really as a primary device, because the battery doesn't last long. If you put in custom ROM also, if you are running on Android 12, still it will be really slow on Android 12. Maybe the sweet point, like sweet point will be Android 5 for this device because of 1 gig of RAM. So 1 gig of RAM can handle maybe Android 5, not more than that. I will look for the custom ROM, stable custom ROM for this device. And rather than that, there is nothing much going on. Phone call and other things are working because 3G, but maybe Snapdragon variant support 4G, so it will work perfectly fine on most of the countries. But in Asian countries, the phone call and messaging work perfectly fine. As you can see, the network is there, and it does work actually. I don't have any issue with this device. I did try like phone call and other things. It's working. I do know that the YouTube and other things will not work as a 4.1 device. 4.3 device or 4. Jellybean devices doesn't work that great right now. So you can put a custom ROM on this device and you are good to go. So for a secondary device, it's perfectly makes sense if you get one of these in a good price. So mine one is $5, so it does make sense. For $5, it's okay for me. But if you pay more than that, maybe it will not make sense. But still, this phone is actually really great, and it's very lightweight phone. But I hate the build quality of this device actually. It is very flimsy. As you can see, the chrome finish or the finish they put on their devices are really bad back then, and it's already gone, all of them. And it is like breaking in every point. I don't know why. And almost most of the devices which came with this frame, this kind of frame, all of those actually breaking without anything actually. I don't know why. So that's all about Samsung Galaxy S3. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.